This is a new budget toolbox. That should unlock it. Yeah, oh, we gotta fold all these up. I'm sure they're screwed up. Anyways, if you guys follow my Instagram, you can see, Brax, there's a little thing under here. You slide it to the left and you can pull it out and fix all these. And if you follow my Instagram, you can see that this is just a pretty cool, dumb little project. Pretty much a friend of mine had this box in his shop taking up space. It was bright green and he asked me if I wanted it, and I kind of needed one because this is my current box, and as you can see I got so much crap in it. I mean, it's literally filled to the max with junk. I'm not a expensive toolbox person at all. This box is actually kind of big, but I mean it's probably the perfect size for the amount of tools I need for this place. So anyways, but this thing's cool, and I painted it the color of my truck, you know. So back to the deal. A buddy of mine had it at his shop. He needed space. He got me this deal, an insane deal of like 500 bucks. And you know these tool carts, I mean, you can get them on sale for $1,700. They retail $2,200. He had it posted for $1,000. No one came to get it. And he told me 500 bucks, which was a really good deal, but I didn't have 500 bucks to give him. I'm trying to save all my money for this thing and this whole COVID pandemic that's going on. I'm trying to be kind of tight unless I really need it. So I said, look, I'll give you 700 bucks worth of paint work. And that was a deal we worked out. And he's like, okay, I'll do it. So I painted a couple parts for his personal truck and everything, and a couple other things for some customer cars, because he does own a mechanical shop. And that was a great deal for me. So it only cost me a couple $100 of material, and I got this badass snap-on box. So that I'm pretty pumped about. What?
It won't open. Ow.
Roll it out. Roll out that thing. So I'm not going to bore you guys with loading it up with tools, because that'd be really boring. Plus it's probably going to be reorganized 3 or 4 different times. That's just how it goes when you first load a box up this big. But I did want to show you a pretty cool budget way of wheeling and dealing and getting yourself some quality stuff. Alright, that's a little better. Anyways, Matt Pratt here, and today we're gonna work on the Supra. We've been having Supra videos, you know, weeks straight, and we're gonna keep it going. But to give you an update, like I said, we are getting the Porsche together. I don't want to show too much of it here. There's a lot being done, but right now we're having issues with the suspension. So if you were one of those people that really liked that little build series, I know it wasn't that popular, we're just figuring out the front suspension, then we'd be back rolling on it, hopefully finishing it up and put it together, because everything is ready. So back to the Supra. One thing that is bothering me so much, and I have to take care of it, is the headlights. I cannot stand the way the headlights look. And if you watched the last video, I tried to do something quick and tint some headlights, and they look horrible. So what I'm going to do is take these apart by heating them up and then painting the housing of them. And hopefully I can refurbish some of the issues that it's having in here, so I can make them look as close as factory as possible. Because headlights right now, the ones that I want, the black housing ones that I think will look best with this car, are going for like $1,000, $700 to $1,000, depending if you buy them new or not. And right now I gotta save all those pennies, you know, for the motor, because we have some pretty cool motor work coming up, and that's what I'm focusing on buying first, because I do not want to drive this car unless I can hear a turbo spooling. I'm sorry, it just doesn't sound right. So anyways, let's start with headlights now, and then we'll see what else we can knock out. All right, headlights are out. So looks like I got, you know, a couple spring clips to pop off here, and really dirty. Just making sure they weren't taken apart before, but a couple spring clips, and it looks like I could just hit it with the heat gun and slowly work the headlights apart. Hopefully that will work. If you notice, these headlights don't have any seals on them. These headlights do, and that's why I like these headlights so much more. But I'm actually going to try to snag the seals off of these and put them on here, because the seals look so much better filling in your gaps of your car. All right, took like 10 minutes. That was kind of cool. I think everything looks pretty good. So I used to do this all the time with Hondas, and it's really not good to pry in there because you can kind of distort the plastic. To kit it started, you kind of have to. Now, some people put these in the oven and they might pull right apart. My wife is not gonna let me put these in the oven. So what I do is I start at the bottom where you're not gonna see the headlight, and I start prying apart there. And then I start working around, and once I can get my fingers in there, I just slowly pull it apart. And then what I can do is actually just aim the heat gun in there, and as soon as that heat touches that sealant, it like lets go right away. So once you can get the heat in there, because it's not protected by the headlight or the plastic, it literally just comes right apart. So it only took like 10 minutes. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, I started scratching up my lens, which is okay because I can clear it. So I put this rag down. Look at this, we got something. We got a little bit of broken pieces in here. That might have been broken already. I doubt we're gonna see those pieces though. But as you can see, it's like got like a Phillips in there, and I think another Phillips. Yeah, look, this is where it broke at. Look at the color. I mean, it's not even chrome anymore. I might actually glue this from the back. Whatever, that kind of sucks. We'll have to go a little bit easier on this one, and hopefully we don't break that, because that's right at the top here. So whatever, it's gonna need a little bit of work, not a big deal. But you can see that the piece actually bolts to the headlight housing, and then you put it in there. So all I gotta do is pull this piece out and spray it. All right, they're both out. Like I said, it only took about 10 minutes. I got this one out without breaking it. What I did is I tacked more from this corner to help pull it out this way before I tacked from this corner to pull it out that way, and I think it caught up here. All right, that's what they look like. Time to go to work. All right, we're back, painted, at work. You guys know Supras, so when you look at these headlights, these rings are supposed to stay chrome. Well, if you remember, my rings sucked so bad. But anyways, I got a plan. So I had to paint them because they were just crusty and molded looking, and I'm gonna run them like this. Now, when I put the headlights back together, I'm just gonna reheat the sealant, and the sealant, you know, can come back apart. And let's say I don't like this look. Let's say I want the 3 rings in there that you can see through the headlights. I'm just gonna rip these headlights open and pull this out and reshoot it. So right now it just gives me the option to run it like this just to see what it looks like. So I'm gonna mock them up and see what they look like on the car so I can tell whether I'm wasting my time or not. And I think that looks really good. It does have this like murdered out headlight look. I do like it better with the rings, but you know, you gotta fake it till you make it, right? This is a budget build, and right now $1,000 headlights could be $1,000 put into the motor, which is more important to me at the moment. So anyways, we're gonna run this for a little bit, and let's say I get tired of it. Let's say I end up not liking it. Maybe it's like too murdered out for me. You know, then I will take these apart and redo all these and like swap them, because these look really good. So okay, cool. Now let's reseal the headlights up and get these done, and then we get to do our next surprise, unless you read the title and description. There we go. Headlight is pretty much done. All the clips are on there. You can see I got a pretty good seal. So up and around this area is where I first pulled it apart and pried it. And as you guys seen, I was heating it up, and then I was smacking it with a hammer. I was taking all my pry marks and just making it straight again. You can't really see that in the engine bay, but I just wanted to do it just to make sure that I had a good seal. And then what I would do is I would take this crappy screwdriver of mine, heat it up, and then really work the screwdriver to spread it all out. So I got like a pretty good even seal in there. Of course my camera won't focus that close. But anyways, everything looks pretty good. I'm gonna work on the bottom here a little bit more and real quick, and then I'll set them back in the car. You can see that the previous owner glued these seals on. I'm gonna scrape all that crap off, clean it off really, really good. The headlight, you can hear it, a lot of overspray. It's not that clear at first. And so I'm going to scrape all that crap off. I'm going to take this seal off too, and then I'm going to sand the headlights down and actually re-clear them. I know these get really clear. I already did it once. I just had it sitting in the shop for so long, they've got so much crap on it. And then I should have a fresh lens. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these fresh seals off of this bad boy and spray some adhesion on there nice and clean, and then work them back on there, and hopefully they'll stay on there for the rest of this thing's lifetime. And then yeah, that's pretty much me trying to restore these headlights the best I can, so I don't have to spend $1,000. She looks pretty good. I think I'm happy with that for sure. How this color shape shifts. Look at the hood, look at the bumper. Now they look pretty good. And then it darkens up. That's the issue with this color. It flops so much. Had an issue with the rear bumper where I almost thought I maybe like messed up the color somehow, but it could be just these lights too, who knows. But anyways, I am pumped about these headlights. They look really, really good. It's gonna look even better when I have a seal here, so that gap doesn't look too insane. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do, we got to head over to my other garage, and I gotta show you what I got over there. Alright, don't mind the mess. Show you guys these. These are some super fresh Supra seats. I don't think I showed you guys those yet. As you can see, they don't have blue, and we'll be doing a video on installing those soon once I get the body done. All right, here we go. Yes, we got suspension. First time I'm looking at this. Just because I haven't double checked it. All right, let's take a look at this stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Yeah, these look pretty good. So I got D2 suspension. I've had this suspension before on my Civic, and I was impressed. You know, it's for the price. You know, you can't beat it. So usually I go with Fortune Auto, which I have here for the 240. I know this isn't a 240 video, but these things look so good. These are some really good coilovers. Just showing you what they look like. But the problem with Fortune Auto or Supra is they were made to order, so it was gonna take like 5 weeks. D2 had them ready to go in stock, and the price I could not beat. This car is just kind of like a cruising car. I just want it to ride nice and be low. I'm not tracking it. It's not a drift car like that. So this is gonna be perfect for just a little cruiser. are off. You can see my rotors are rusty as hell. And it's pretty nasty in here. I mean, you can see one day, not right now because I'm in a crunch just to get this thing sitting right, I'm gonna take my time and get under here and clean all of this up. I mean, this is aluminum. Hit some aluminum cleaner on there, power wash it, whatever. I'll just get it fresh again. Repaint these arms. I just don't have the time for it right now. Just in such a mood to keep it rolling. Anyways, I'm just gonna blow off under there best I can. And yeah, let's just hope that all the suspension comes off with no problem. In fact, while it's on my mind, blast all these bolts because this is my budget Supra and it has been the biggest pain in the butt. So, of course, my luck, I'm gonna snap some bolts on this thing. So, you guys watching, do me a favor, cross your fingers, and let's hope that this goes smooth and that my tires fit. That's a big question. So, God, look at that mess under there. Jesus. Look, looks like a barn find. All the webbing and everything. Crazy. We'll get to it later. Those headlights are so much more clear. You can see right through the projectors. Like I said, they had overspray and everything before. I just sanded the hell out of them and then rear cleared them. So let's get those in the car now. All right, I can live with this look. This is good. So, bam. That is not a bad look right there. Those lenses are way clearer and so on. They're definitely not perfect. What these lenses looked like before were horrible. They were very yellow and it took a lot of sanding of the area to do it. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm eventually gonna change these things out. Whether I swap the backs or buy a nice set of headlights, this will work. For now, completely happy with it. So, good deal. Pumped. All right. I got a few things to do and then I'm gonna come back out here tonight and work on the suspension. Hopefully we can have that knocked out. All right, I'm back. Kind of had issues getting this control or getting this strut out. I thought I had to take more off. Apparently I don't. I just checked with Billy from Freed Engineering. He gave me a little tip, so we're gonna try it his way. He says all I have to do is bust this upper control arm out and then I should be able to wiggle this out. And for the rear, he said all I have to do is pry down on it and I can wiggle that thing out. So we're gonna try it. I mean, I wasn't having any luck last night. And my impact gun that I have for here is this thing, and kind of old and weak and I don't have any impact sockets. So from work, I grabbed my gun and a couple sockets. So hopefully I should be able to bust those off tonight. So let's get the GoPro set up and get rolling on this thing. Okay. All right. The strut is out. So I took this long ass bolt out to get the upper control arm off, and yeah, that gave me enough room to pry down and pull that sucker out, which is awesome because last night I thought I was going to take this off, and if you can see, that thing looks horrible. Nothing was taking that off. Yeah, all my suspension looks so crusty under here. I'm gonna have to like put this thing up in the air on jack stands and power wash the hell out of it. Anyways, all right, let's get our new strut in there. All right, so this is our strut. Let's go put this thing down next to this. You see, we're already gonna lower it so much. I mean, that honestly looks like it's slammed all the way. So we might not want that. All right, that rusty rotor is low. So I even took the coilover, I seated it up there first, and I swear the thing was like up to here. And then I extended it out a little bit, and we're still ridiculous low. I don't know, I'm curious. I kind of want to see what it looks like with the wheel on there, so let's put one on there. I wanted to surprise you guys with these wheels. If you've paid attention to my videos, you already know what they are, but I don't know if you've seen them with tires yet. Yeah, this is a front. What spec? We have, looks like a 19 by 9.5 plus 22, which is the offset. Just a little bit of concave. I'm excited. I have not seen these wheels on the car yet. I mean, look how close the color is. It's gonna be crazy. So I feel like I'm doing this all wrong. I'm rushing it. Whatever. Let's get it on. Thing looks ridiculous. Now look, I have to snug all the bolts up on this. I'm only gonna put a few on here just so I can determine the ride height. That is way too low. But oh my God, can you imagine if I could get away with that? There's no way I won't be able to turn. But good news, the fenders that I rolled that low are clearing. So I can't have another car this freaking low, but it looks so goddamn good. Anyways, my thing is clearing. The fender, the roll that I did on it, so that's really good. I want the tire to be like right here. I mean, I'm even good with a little bit of finger gap. Supra's, this one looks badass slammed, but they usually don't look this good low. I think I'm gonna do like the tire, no finger gap. That's what we're gonna do. All right. All right, we gotta put this thing back up in the air. I goofed off, I put it even lower. That's insane. I can't rock a car this low whatsoever. It's crazy. But we're just gonna admire it for a little bit. So I got a little bit of wheel gap. I just want to tighten it up a hair more. That's a little too much. It's about 1.5 fingers. I want like a finger or maybe a half. I like lowered cars, but this one shouldn't be that low. My gut tells me to leave it right there. I mean, maybe a few more turns. All right, I think we found the ride height that I would run, which is awesome because look at that offset. It's like perfect, man. Runs really flush. Got a little bit of hang out at the bottom. Okay, let's lift it back up in the air, nuts on all the bolts, and let's measure it, and then we can do the other side. What? Okay, that is not the ride height we measured. I screwed up. but I think I know what happened. So when I was setting this on this block of wood, I didn't have any other tires on. So when I would lower the car all the way down, all the weight would push the tire up. And it's almost like the spring was compressed. So now that I got all the tires on there and it's sitting level, that's the actual ride height. Oh God, this is gonna be such a pain in the ass. We're gonna be out here all night. All right, let's set this. And hopefully when we do the rears, it doesn't screw it all the way up. Whatever. All right, so that was a ridiculous pain. I just spent an extra hour on that. But you can see we got the ride height where we're at. I'm kind of scared though because that's a little lower than I wanted. It's safe. It's not gonna rub. This suspension is probably gonna settle a little bit, so I'm sure I'll be going over the suspension, so if I need to lift it up, I'll just do it then. Alright, these are the rears. As you can see, a lot more concave. And the specs on these are, we got there, 19 by 10.5, 22. Alright, so we got it lowered on the ground. I just put a few lug nuts in there in case I got to bring it back up. But I think, yeah, we're free. And I am happy with that fit. Number one, there's a little bit of tire sticking out here that is not going to clear what I rolled. So it's definitely going to rub. But I might have to do like a camber arm in there. But that's like perfect height because I need a little bit of room because it might rub. You gotta remember it's going to settle. But these fronts look amazing. And today is suspension day. Miller's here working on his.
Oh my God.
But can't beat that offset. All right, let's clean up these tools and push this thing out in the open so we can get some better view of it. All right, it is a insanely nice day. And the last 3 videos we've had the Supra in the dark in my shop. I want to pull it out in the sun and show you guys for like the first time instead of seeing it in a shop. So let's get to pushing this thing. Let's just look how that thing is sitting. Look at the wheels, man. The wheels are diamond black T37 SLs, but to this color, they look not black. Like they got like a little bit of a dark bronze, and that's one of the reasons why I went with them. Is because I knew these in the sunlight, like, see how I put the light on them? They got this bronze look, and I just thought it would go so well with the car, almost color matched. And I've had a lot of cars in the past, and one thing that I really wanted to do is have a color matched set of wheels to the car. There you go, guys. Look at the sun. That color in the sun. It's coming from up top. I wish I was a photographer because this would be an awesome picture right now. And them headlights look so much better than that tinted crap I did. That was definitely a practice run on headlights. Guys, the money that I have into this Supra and it looks like this. This is nuts. I have less money into this car than I have my 240. Like dude, that color on a Supra is insane. It still blows my mind. Anyways, I have to cut it off here. I have to go edit this footage. I know, fighting with these headlights, suspension, and wheels, I have at least a 20-minute video. So I'm gonna remind you guys, if you haven't already, subscribe. I appreciate all my subscribers and the growth that I've had in the past year. It's really cool. It really keeps me motivated to give you guys a video every single week. And if you haven't checked out the very first video of this Supra build, do it. We're 17 episodes in. Pretty wild how far it's came and what we've been through. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job of keeping it on a pretty tight budget. So don't forget, after this video, like, comment, and share. And I hope that my sleepless nights, all the time that I put in this car, as many months that we've came to get to this point, motivates you to do it yourself, because if I can do it, you can do it. I pretty much owe my life to working on cars. So get out there and knock out a car of your own. I will see you all next video.